iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Biggest weekend of the football calendar is always when Orlando Pirates take on Kaizer Chiefs. The Soweto Derby weekend. Number 3 takes on number 4. Every single week, whoever is in second position changes. It could be that by the end of this weekend, we'll find Royal AM no longer being number 2. And of course, it will go on and on until the end of the season. Only one number 1 remains, and that's Mamelodi Sundowns between now and the end of the season. Junior Khanye, our analyst, will talk about the Soweto Derby, and towards the end of the video, we'll quickly just look at Maritzburg United and Mamelodi Sundowns. Mr. Khanye, it's a Soweto Derby weekend. Sir, how are you feeling? Yes, sir.
Ngulisele ngwenye to justice.
Easy.
Benedict Sovilagas. After Winjan keep on supporting iDiskiTV, fighting no one trying to fix South African football.
Number 3 versus number 4, Soweto Derby tomorrow.
Yeah, one of the game, both teams, I'm not convinced how they play. Yes, if Pirates winning, now I understand. That's why it doesn't have consistency. I want a first 11. They don't have two coach. They don't have a coach. They don't have a first 11. Chop and change. I don't think they go into this game, a massive game like this. Ungana 11 ukala. Ungas namasap who you gonna use. You don't have a coach. Disaster. The structure is broken. Long ago, not now. Going to
just before you go there, you make a very good point actually, because I was just chatting to Tso now. We never really looked at some of those challenges. For example, as you are saying that there's no stable lineup. Number 10 wabo uyakwazi ukuba uNtsako Makhubele, Makaringe, and the last time it was uKabelo Dlamini. And you never know tomorrow who's going to be the number 10. You know, there's a lot of inconsistency there in terms of selection.
Yeah, the boy played well, Kabelo Dlamini, good game at ring. But I don't think he will play tomorrow. Bangamfaka is a sub. Ungabona uNtsako Makhubele. Also Makaringe udlali game yonke. Pume last, I think, couple of minutes. I don't understand why Mamelodi 70 minutes. Always is playing, but bamfuneli position. In the Orlando Pirates Lodge, I didn't see him, but to Lodge who came up in Dalile, Azang Mbono Lodge Guti, he was Umchita Beganga combine. Jalu number 10, he was playing the way he was not Began at any spark. It doesn't be influential. As number 10, then Tonu Kabelo watching him, he deserves to play tomorrow. But because of they don't have coaches, 11 abanayo, 8 kali nekushukuthi wonke ama game consistent 11 abanayo. Inziminda babo going to Kaizer Chiefs, approaching game defensive. Yonke opponent we allow, whether you play Maritzburg, we play Baroka, they played Baroka now. Team eseqinini scored last 30 seconds. Thanks to the referee, 5 minutes life agile, not convincing in terms of dominating the game. Honky came up on a midfield. They don't have a midfield. That is creative. I'm sure Nange will play irrespective of how he plays. The last game, Baroka and Ama came late before Baroka Chess Galaxy. They don't have a creative midfield. They don't have a stable midfield. Who approach Ama came. Two, defender money, I think 6-7. Now good game is gonna play Plum. Tomorrow is Nevers playing Pirates. Pirates weapon is weak currently now, but it's gonna be Nevers. I know he's gonna uzofuna ukuthi adlale ngama defense. I'm a defender, I think 8 or 7. I release ukama Billiard, Kigentoli. Badlalele 10. Chuatsipala my opponent, and how they gonna find each other. Munya stretchegile, Omunya landi pola go right back, Nkuruma Kigen, Yabo, Melati Maga defend the Kigen, he must come back and defend. But Unama defender 8, I don't understand this.
The last time though, you remember the last time that 2-1 Olisanda and the penalty, Kaizer Chiefs did not
Tyson
play that
well.
game. No, Tyson, Faggot Troopers, and Kaizer Chiefs did not play well in that game. Strangely enough, they won that game. And that's the weird thing about the Soweto Derby is that even if, because whatever you're saying now about the setup of Chiefs is exactly how they're going to play. They're going to play with 7 defenders. They're going to play anti-football. Everyone is going to be behind their center. Just like last time, it was 2-1. But they still won that game for some reason.
Yeah, mistake defender. Tyson Klachoyo. Another mistake they did Orlando Pirates in there. Why did he allow E1 pump? Ngikhuluma ngale body la pump la.
Yeah.
And then bese afuna ukuthi alwele emoyeni against umuntu shot la kukhama. Na ukhama bamdonsa vele good ngokudive, but it looks like amnandi ngokudive. But he's a good player.
Father Davids did say.
No, he's making a good but to come here. No, it doesn't mean it doesn't.
So the choke slam, was it a dive or was it a choke slam? Choke slam.
Yeah, I'm out there. Sharp, you guys too. Omunyu revenge guy charge. Omunyu because we charge. I'm not a referee, but me now.
Yeah. You were the only one in South Africa who said that was not a choke slam.
Yeah.
You were the only one in South Africa who said that was not a choke slam.
Yeah, truly speaking, if Aruguti going to this game, these two teams, in Kinga, Kaizer Chiefs, njengoba ngitshela Nkululeko nginenkinga ne-2 center back yabo. Labantu Caruso.
Recently, Austin Dube has been added as well to the third center back.
Alahla intambo mlilo. Bayifaka tomorrow is going to be very nervous. He's not convincing Boba Roka. Labafana laba bamiyeka lo mfana. He's not convincing. Whether he's playing central, he get lost. But alanga 3. But take ngama wing back. Wing back odlala left. I don't know who's going to play tomorrow. Ngabona Ntiyantiya, ubona Frostler.
Oh, it was Frostler recently.
Yeah,
it's been
but Ntiyantiya weza. So uplom ngambona imidlili buyungezana. Cause he's nervous. Honestly, yabo. And another thing, late game job both teams. We need to be honest. They're not convinced. I need to be honest. Pirates, the only way in reality ngibona bani chance mina yale game. Mina Nkululeko ngibona Pirates izoyiwina le game. One, coach cheese no midlala nobani. Is ama opponent our respect. Udlala too flat, like too deep. It defense 3. Labanta by 5 or 4 in the middle. They protective defense, and then ukama kick and toli. But it's rare they create chances. Bakora ngama mistake kwa opponent. So once utayisini kule mistake bekawa nawo vele ulahla intambo mlilo kakhulu. But mina ngibona Pirates ngale individual brilliance yabo. Mina ngizwe kahle the way Pirates ingazi
ngabani eka Peprandowski.
Amele Masiti party irrespective of play or whatever. Players who are behind him, not him, it's Tom. The Latama Lela can score. Yeah, so mina ukabelo Dlamin.
Yeah.
Pirates honestly, bani individual brilliance grand. Going forward, Siras they can attack. Yabo bana redeem they build, bagwas build up. According to Kaizer Chiefs, they are more in the middle they more but comfortable on the ball. They've got Tabantaban Mnare played very well. Gule came and once he plays there, definitely Musele not convinced, but Udlali Gule came but consistent. So Bana Bantaba comfortable, who can link the front triabo. Once who to come to the party, and Ukapal Tino Mango coming from the bench. Also this boy from Maritzburg, I compliment him lastly. Positioning up,
Shandu.
He's dangerous in terms of lately.
Do you not think that's going to be a problem with Ukaman or Notoli? If you leave that space behind? Because the Kaizer Chiefs strategically, the only thing that they're doing is make sure they release those 3 front players. So if you leave them enough space, they could.
Both teams on Nkululeko njoba ivar. Abeko convincing. But according the way Pirates Kaizer Chiefs go on kama gaming babukele kiwo. Pirates are equal right, but comfortability they're starting the ball at the back, Alinka Nomnare, Marco engaging himself as well. Citing linking and Alile right if Nyauza is playing. Happy Chele is playing, there's a combination in Nandiga cool. Happy Chele, Nunda. I'm sure if they can play those 2 defense and Nomako, stability is gone. Now in the middle, like Umnare, the way defensive midfield they understand his role. Abantu abadlala lapha mkwabo msele not convinced according to Derby in nervousness, but once Kabelo Dlamini in terms of goalkeeper mnika the Chiefs inokuthi allow ma defend badlale 2 but drop backwards if somebody is coming to them. Caruso can't defend. La malus ball Caruso face ball on a tower if they're playing. Dubeke West nervous. I don't think it is to play there. Kuzoba nenkinga. Kabelo Dlamini njoba ngisho woto experience angisiki ifenga woto but the experience wota nayo and also Shandu positioning yakhe uzoba keep busy ona le time obvious upepra lo ngoba uzodlala but second half I'm sure even game iqale Pirates individually they can do something miracle ngoba no even no I mean Pirates ngiboni winner le game 3-1 or 2-1. I don't see a draw.
There you go. WSP.co.za. Very quickly, we've overspent our time on that game. The other game that we'll be watching tomorrow later on at 7:30, Maritzburg United and the Sundowns. Very quickly, what do you think is going to win the game?
The answer is very simple. Sundowns, currently they're one of the best in South African football. Irrespective of what, there's players who can abangadlali, whether they play them they want to play. They show coaches by playing. Obonila, Ashmin Domingos, they're not playing regularly. Start on the bench, but look at the goal scored. Tells you the hungriness, tells you the readiness, the quality is. Leanta uyenza umuntu ongasi quality. Agna fluke la. Pungenile ngeke me change the game. When they take out to Charlie, he take the game to Alakli. Because the second ball player, whereby his bully is strong. He was mark as well. So credit to him. Definitely good game. Convincing him. I'm sure Andy Charlie will be back against Maritzburg. I don't think pound to pound individually those players they can make Sundowns players. Ngoba Sundowns anybody can score. Look at Kurishi Mudau, he has improved since he joined Sundowns. I think it goes down to training how we play, how you passing game and train. Technique that is anybody can score. So I'm sure Maritzburg has it done. Champions team that lost once. Representing South African team go Champions League Africa now. Against Maritzburg, that is two. They lost so many players. A coach that is running out of idea. A coach that underrated. I'm a player about the underrated. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not convinced with individual. The way they're approaching games. Actually, Soba lose Nabo. I don't see they will make Sundowns. Sundowns will win. Easy.
There you go. That's the weekend then, the biggest weekend of the football calendar really, because every time Sundowns Orlando Pirates take on Kaizer Chiefs, the Soweto Derby is always the biggest weekend of the football calendar. Everyone stops to watch the Soweto Derby. But what you will be stopping for tomorrow will be a team that's on number 3 taking a team that's on number 4. That's the value of the derby. That's the importance of the derby. Chakuma Chamatse Bandera and Baroka have won 2 trophies in the last 6 years. Kaizer Chiefs and the Orlando Pirates have won 1, both of them combined. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching.